So how does a rabbi make coffee? He brews it. He speaks Hebrew. You brew coffee.
Perfect.
Now there's very few sneakers out there more iconic than this. On today's episode, we are reviewing the legendary Jordan 3 Fire Red. So of course, if you've been watching my channel long enough, you know how much I don't really get along with Jordans just because of how hyped they normally are. But of course, when an OG comes along, you just can't help but want them in your collection. And to be fair, the Jordan 3 is my second favourite Jordan of all time. I rank it just behind the Jordan 4. And if you're wondering, at third, I do rate the Jordan 11. But of course, that's for a whole different topic, a whole different video. Now these did release on the 10th of September here in the UK, and I actually hit twice on a raffle. There must have been tons of this sneaker to go around because I know a lot of people hit, and even myself, I never hit on raffles. And even though the price tag at £180, I was like, bruh, I can't afford two, so I'm just gonna keep one, maybe give one to someone that really wants them, or send them back, who knows. But of course, the Nike Air at the back is what everyone wanted with this shoe. I think the last time this sneaker did retro was way back in 2013, and that had the Jumpman at the back. And in my opinion, a Jordan 3 is always better with the Nike Air at the back. It's the same sort of thing with the Jordan 4. Now I'm not the Jordan guy, so I'm not going to go through tons and tons of the history, but of course, this being an OG colorway and all, let's touch on it a little bit. Now after the flop of the Jordan 2, Michael Jordan was very close to leaving Nike. And then the magician, Tinker the Winker Hatfield, persuaded him with this silhouette. Pitching to Michael about what he could do with the Jordan 3 in terms of making it more comfortable, more stylish, and of course more desirable. This was the silhouette that made Jordan stay with Nike. Now upon its initial release, I believe way back in 1988, this sneaker did drop as a 4-part pack. Alongside this Fire Red, there were of course the white cements, the black cements, which is one of the best colorways on any sneaker in my opinion. And then lastly, we had the true blue. But out of all of them, if I had to kind of choose, I would say the Fire Reds are the best looking. Don't get me wrong, the black cements are an absolutely amazing shoe, but there's just something about this Fire Red pair that does it for me. Now this box is one of the best sneaker boxes ever made, and I don't care what you say. Of course, we've got that pop top lid style box with the Jumpman logo bang on the top, with slight hints of the Nike Air branding on the top of the lid, and then underneath it we have that darkened elephant print. But on the product sticker itself, it does say Air Jordan 3 Retro, and its official colorway is white, fire red, and black. Now this being such an iconic silhouette and an OG colorway and all, Nike and Jordan brand of course had to give us some goodies. And I'm always a sucker for it, I can't lie broskies. But we get this leaflet that sort of breaks down the Jordan 3 and what made it such an iconic shoe. It breaks down all of the things like the upper, the sock liner, the air unit, and even the midsole and outsole. But of course, other than that, you get the Nike Air hang tag. And I can't lie bruh, I'm not going to wear this on the shoe when I wear it out. Some people do, but each to their own. Now the Jordan 3 has been around long enough, so if you don't know about the sizing or if you're new to the game, then I'd say stick true to size. If you're looking to get these on a resale market or even on a restock, then in my opinion, that's your best bet, going true to size. And for whatever Jordan 3 I've tried on, that's always been the case. Now we've spoken about the sizing, we've spoken about the history of it, but now it's time to take a closer look to see what's different with this 2022 edition. Now this is one of the most effective and simple designs by Nike and Jordan brands, but it just works so well. Now mostly on the upper, this actually feels like real leather this time, and it just had to happen with this iconic colorway. But it's very tumbled and very plush, it's defo gonna crease when you're wearing these out. But for a shoe like this, for me, it's defo excused. Now part of the toe guard and of course towards the back, we do have that elephant print, which is one of the most iconic parts of a Jordan 3. Now moving on to the lace holes, towards the bottom we do have those red plastic holes, which does add a nice little contrast. And then we got those 3 TPU holes towards the top, which does give it a more sporty vibe. And just to mention, they do not come with a spare set of laces, it's just this white pair. But I can't really see any other coloured laces you'd put in these. Maybe reds, but I think that's a little too much. But of course we've got the perforations towards the bottom of the tongue in that grey sort of colour. And we do have the same towards the lace holes towards the top of the shoe. Now the tongue in itself does feel like synthetic leather this time, but we do have the red Jumpman logo. And then we've got the grey sock liner, which is nice to see because it won't get dirty as easily. Now of course at the back of the tongue we do have it in red as well. And then it's the same as the insole with the white Nike Air branding. Now we've got those perforated holes to that leather panel towards the ankle collar, which does give it a lovely contrast to the white. Now the bit everyone has gone crazy about, and of course it's the Nike Air at the back. And you just can't beat it on a Jordan 3, the Nike Air at the back. I guess you could say the fragments, but the way it discolored, nah bruh, not me. The Nike Air just hits differently in my opinion. Now just like the toe guard, we've got the elephant print towards the back at the heel counter, which blends nicely into the red panels towards the midsole. Of course we've got that subtle air unit that the Jordan 3 is known for, and it does add a lot more comfort to the shoe. I don't know how well the Jordan 3 would have done without the air unit. Now one of the most iconic outsoles to any sneaker, and the colour blocking is grey, of course red and then white. Now there's very few Jordans that do get me excited, but this one is very justified. I kind of feel like anyone who wanted a pair did get one, but if you did and you didn't get one, that is an absolute howler. And speaking of howler, I want to give a big shout out to today's sponsor. Now as a lot of you may know, I don't work with a lot of brands unless I like their stuff. Howlers is an apparel and streetwear brand that do originate from Cincinnati, Ohio. They offer top tier quality to their clothing, and the design and retro look to their sneakers are top tier as well. And Howlers, honestly, hats off to you. Not literally, the way my hairline's set up, you know, it'd be a bit scary. But I've got to say, I really like your stuff, the quality and of course how they look too. Now the Retro Trekker is one of the most comfiest shoes I've ever tried on, honestly. It's defo got that retro chunky runner vibe to it, but I'm all for it. Got that 3M detailing to it as well, which looks pretty cool. And of course, I had to look after you with some discount. Use my code BROSKI for 25% off your final order. I'll leave all the information to their website, their socials, and of course the product links as well, so check out the description box. But anyways Howlers, thank you for sponsoring this video and thank you for sending over some stuff. But now, it's back to the program. Anyways broskies, now's the time to decide whether this Retro 3 Fire Red is a buy or a buy. Now I guess this is kind of like a rhetorical question because who would say no to these? Now I'm only saying that to say this is one of the OGs in the game, and without this shoe, who knows where the Jordan brand would be. And I know some people are calling this the Retro Jordan of the year, but in my opinion, this might just be the best Jordan to drop this year. Can't really see anything else topping this. And for myself, not being into Jordans as much as I used to be, getting this and being excited as I am just says it all. Now I'm a big sucker for the Nike Air at the back of a Jordan, especially the Jordan 3s and even the 4s. So that's what kind of cemented it for me. Get it? Bruh. Cement, black cement, white cement, Jordan 3s. Oh, I've got to stop, bruh. But the Nike Air at the back is the cherry on the top with this fire red colorway. And not to forget how soft and premium the leather feels. If only every retro Jordan was like this. But anyways broskies, it's pretty much a no-brainer. The Jordan 3 Fire Red is an absolute buy. But broskies, let me know down below what you think about this silhouette. Is it one of the most iconic shoes ever made? And is it the best Jordan to drop this year? Leave it all down below and I will pin the best comments. Anyways broskies, thank you for watching, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to hit me up on the IG as well, in case you have any questions or want to show me some love. And whilst you're here, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share. And until the next episode, take care.